All right, welcome back. Let's get back into our session. Hope you had a good break, and let's jump back in. So, day 6 is done. You guys are off doing odd jobs, earning their money like we've already talked about earlier in the day. And then we'll say on day 7, you guys are having another dinner. You've gathered together these last couple days now. And actually, let's do it at even better. Let's do it at breakfast of day 7. You guys are meeting up. Several of you have just come in from Garen's Slumber. A couple of you have come from whatever inn you happen to be staying at. And you're having you just sat down to order some breakfast. And again, to sit down and talk about what you guys are going to be doing. And go ahead and, well, we'll just say you hear the door kind of roughly get shoved open. And as you guys kind of look over, and it's midday, so there's not as many people here like there is at night. So most people are out working or doing stuff. There's very few people in the Tribor Inn at the lunchtime, just maybe some random adventurers or travelers, but most people are off doing their jobs or whatever else they're doing. And so it's a lot less crowded than it is at night during the dinner hour, obviously. And so as the door kind of gets shoved open, you see a big burly dwarf come stomping in. And behind him, he has, you see 6 other dwarves kind of filing in behind him. And as he walks in, he just kind of says to the room itself, says, "I hear you have an elf-loving braggart named Greybeard here."
That's awesome.
Is Greybeard the smallest of all of the dwarves?
He's 5'9". He's a big dwarf.
Well, I'm just curious. Like, how tall are they? You said
5'9". 4'9". 4'9".
Oh, 4'9". Yeah. 4'9".
And like 220 or so. I got 18 strength, so I'm big.
I would have went with the 5'9". I would have totally believed that with the basketball team comment.
Are you guys able to see that picture?
Yeah.
So that's the guy that comes walking in. He doesn't have his axes out. His hands are empty. But that's the guy that comes walking in.
Man, I thought Greybeard was ugly.
And then he kind of sees you, Greybeard, wherever you're sitting, and starts walking over towards you.
All right. I just kind of wait to see. Basically, I'm checking them to see if they have like manacles or any of the accoutrement of bounty hunters.
They seem to be an assortment of shield dwarves, armored up. He's the only one not armored up. Various regular dwarven weapons as far as axes and hammers and those kinds of things. Definitely feel like, a group of like they're following their leader kind of thing.
I lean back Han Solo style, but I make sure I put a foot on the table so that I can just slam the table into them if need be. And I say, who's asking?
Yeah, and he kind of stumps up to you and comes walking up, and he has a smile on his face too. And he says, "All right, you don't know who I am, do you?" He says, "I'm Golac, Hardaxe." And then he punches you in the face.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So he's going to just haul off and swing. The other dwarves are standing back. They're not doing anything. No weapons are out. They're almost like they're a foot off of them, kind of clearly showing they're not getting involved unless your group gets involved. It's kind of that look of you just sit there and let these two figure it out, and everything will be fine. And other than that, they don't do anything else themselves. No weapons in hand. And he just kind of walks up and hauls off and punches you. So he's going to go ahead and just take a first swing. Yeah, and so what's good about this is that you were kind of ready. I mean, you had your foot there ready, and you kind of let your foot go because you kind of see the blow coming, and you just kind of roll back in the chair and then roll up to your feet, and so the punch actually misses, and he kind of gives you a nod, and he says, "So, you were down fighting in my pits, talking all your crap, and I wasn't there. Well, now I'm here, and we're going to settle this." And you actually now recognize his the description of him as one of the up-and-coming pit fighters of Waterdeep.
Awesome.
But it was somebody that wasn't there when you were there several weeks ago, and you were going through the different underground pit fighting rounds in Waterdeep. You'd heard of him, you'd heard description of him, but you hadn't actually met him, and now he's here. And so, and then you can see, as a bonus action, his eyes blaze, and he is now raged.
Awesome. I was just about to say, and I'm just holding back the rage, and I'm like, like, how about we make a bit of coin on this, take it outside, and make it a real show.
Yeah, and he kind of waves to the door and says, "Ladies first."
All right, I'll follow you then.
Yeah, he just smirks and he's like, "That's right, you'll follow wherever I lead." And he walks out, turns his back right on you.
And then I do like a prancy, skippy thing behind him as he leaves to make fun of him, like imitating his walk, but making it very effeminate.
Yeah, so he goes outside. Your guys are kind of gathered in the yard. The 6 dwarves are just kind of leaning out there, hanging out. They definitely look grizzled, warrior-type dwarves. They obviously are also, as much as you guys look the same way as and all the townsfolk take one look at what's going on and just immediately find somewhere else to be.
All right.
And then we can roll initiative.
And I look over like to where Tigray should be, like start making bets and realize that he's not there. And I'm just a touch crestfallen. And if it hadn't been for the talk with Ian on the way back, I would have had some kind of disadvantage in this, but that blusters me into, all right. And I say something like 100 gold on this fight or what? And I kind of say it to the crowd like, like somebody get some gambling going.
He says, "You can make any bet you want. I'll be taking all your money today."
All right, so it's initiative.
Yep, we'll roll initiative.
I'm going to look to Coffee like I've got no idea what's going on, whether or not we should actually just knock all these dwarves out.
Coffee just kind of shrugs. Feels Greybeard can handle himself. If he gets jumped, then we'll pile in.
If they're anywhere near Jarrel, he's gonna just kind of put his hand out and say, "No, leave him be."
I stand close by and I take out like some cloth or whatever and I place it close to the imaginary ring and I throw a few gold in there. And I'm like, my bet's on the less ugly looking dwarf.
Huh. All right. Well, my god has no prohibition against gambling. I'll throw some money in there if there's actual bet going on.
Lucian, I forgot to click my token.
Oh,
Is
no
there
problem.
a way you can put that in.
Yep. Let me add you in.
Are those other dwarves taking bets?
Yeah, they'll throw money in to match whatever you guys are doing.
And obviously, me looking over for Tigray gave him just enough of an edge to get the first smack in.
Yeah. So he kind of bull charges you, and looks like I guess it'll be reckless attack, right?
Am I the only one betting then?
No, I'm throwing gold in there.
All right, how much you put in?
I don't have that much. I'm throwing the 5 that we got from our work.
Are we getting odds here, Dan?
No, they're just evening up on you guys.
Are those 6 dwarves that confident?
No, they aren't. He is, but they aren't.
Can I persuade them?
Oh yeah, taunt them.
Oh, nice, guys.
Sure, you can make a roll at it.
That guy's really strong looking. Maybe we shouldn't bet against him.
I'm sure Coffee's betting the other way.
I'm gonna put 25 gold on Greybeard.
I wish I had that much gold.
All right, so reckless attack coming at you. He kind of charges towards you. And also frenzy.
Nice.
So I believe that's going to give him his first attack. So because he gets a bonus action to attack again, correct? From frenzy.
Correct.
So first one, 15.
Does hit.
All right, and so he's going to do 6 damage for the first one, and then
I am assuming I have not actually had the chance to rage yet, so I'm going to take the full 6.
Okay. Attack number 2. 16 for 8. So 2 big haymakers, a left and a right, clobber into Greybeard's cheek and then chin. And then I believe with Frenzy, he gets to make a bonus action attack.
Yep. Oh.
And hits for 6 more. So it's like just actually the next attack is like a knee to the midriff, as he's thrown 2 punches and a knee to your stomach area. I don't think he gets a bonus action for each of those attacks. I think it's just one, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And, Greybeard almost tries to ham it up a bit, even though he's like, oh, ouch. He's like, makes it extra stumbly, and then comes winging back all rage and ferocity. Same combo. Gonna go with the rage, frenzy, and reckless.
Okay.
Do you have advantage on these attacks since he was frenzied?
Yeah. Yep. He will get an advantage on these attacks. I assume. Yeah. That we're gonna both get advantage now. Yep. 23 would hit. All right, for 8 damage. Go ahead and you can explain how you hit.
So, like I said, the first hits in the groin, and he's down, and then all of a sudden, like he was showboating, and then he comes raging up, just with an uppercut, like to the bottom of the bottom of his jaw.
Yep, 19's good.
And then the last one.
Oh, nice rolls.
Damn.
So it's uppercut, punch to the throat, and then punch to the side, like kind of a kidney punch, but not quite behind.
Yeah, and so far he's taken these in stride. You quickly realize, even in your rage state, that this is a true pit fighter. This is like, you can tell he's good. All right, so it was Greybeard. Back to me again. Here we go. So 3 attacks. Once I get my character sheet back up. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So a hit.
Oh!
5 more damage. So this one is this is basically kind of a kidney punch as he's standing close to you. And then he throws one and tries to punch you in the nose. And then he's going to sweep out with his leg on this third one, this bonus one.
Oh, crit!
Yeah. 4, 10.
This is a weak crit.
Wow, we're only hitting each other for 1d4s.
Hey now. Back to me.
Yeah, back to you.
All right, so it's like bam, 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 and then again the return. I'm going to use my interaction to throw my pouch to Ian, and it's got 25 gold in it.
All right, I catch it.
Get the betting going.
I rattle the bag a little bit, and I look
Put it
over
on
to
the
Finn.
other guy. Put it on the other guy.
I'll take the bag, I guess, and go back over to those dwarves. I got more money. What do you think?
Yeah,
They
they'll match
rattle
you.
it around.
Whatever you put in, they'll match.
That's 25 gold.
All right.
All right, that's 55 gold altogether, right?
Yeah.
Can't we roll like this, like in battle?
I
Greybeard rolls like this.
was going to say I usually do.
This is crazy.
Yep, it's a hit.
Oh.
You were due.
Yeah, he. So go ahead and describe your first 2.
So again, after I lump the money back, and I'm like, get the betting going. That same fist that threw the pouch comes around and just like, bam, smashes into the side of his face, and then I come up with a knee like to the groin, and then I go to hit him with an elbow, and he just whoosh ducks under because he could, he's a professional. He could tell that I was coming with the elbow, and so I missed with the elbow.
Yeah, and he kind of does like a soft boot to your butt and pushes you like a couple feet away as you turn around back towards him.
Showboat.
Yeah, and his eyes blaze even brighter with the rage that's still in him. But he also has kind of like a maniacal look on his face type rage. So it's a real crazed look. And the fight continues.
He likes it.
So an 18 would hit for 5. Then,
Forgot I didn't have an open mic. I said, oh.
So it was a left-handed jab as he comes back rocketing towards you. The second or actually the first one he hits you with his shoulder in your chest for the 5. And then as you're kind of trying to absorb that, he goes for a punch to the cheekbone. He gets a 7. And then for his bonus action, he tries to kick at your knee. For 6 more.
Oh, with advantage, it's just brutal. Oh my god. This has just got to be like the most vicious thing people have seen.
Yeah, and it feels like I'm not getting all the damage I'm supposed to be getting. But go ahead, it's your turn. So yeah, okay.
So that's a return elbow to his chin.
Yep, 22 would hit.
And then that's a foot stomp. I just take my hobnail boot and stomp on his foot to kind of try to hold him in place. And I come around. This next one's supposed to be a haymaker kind of thing. Oh,
and
yeah.
he dodges underneath the haymaker.
Great story.
Yeah, because you're trying to put as much power. You were trying to hurt him, so you put a lot of power into it, but it made you slower. And he ducks under it and swings back to the back of your head. Let's see if he connects. So no, I would assume a 9 and a 10 misses.
No, that does indeed miss.
So he misses with the trying to hit you in the back of the head. He then moves up to you again, and he throws a forearm at you. Hits with the forearm. Yeah, that should be a 7. Should be a 9. I think my roller is not right. You get +2 to when you rage damage, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's not adding in the rage damage, but that's okay. I'm going to change it.
I did just make that a 9, so.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to try to fix it in the thing here. So that's not working. Yeah, damage. 1d4 plus strength, and then plus your rage damage. So it should just be +2. All right, and then he uses the frenzy and hits. And this is a kick, and it's a kick to 4, 8, so it should be a 10. Not sure why it's rolling that way. All right. He's thus far, he's got a little bit of blood running down his nose, but not much. You were definitely thinking he does not look as hurt as he should be for as many times as you've hit him.
Yeah, taking that first round of not raged damage has cost me. I'm looking rough.
I look over to Ardreth, and I say, "Hey Ardreth, why don't you try encouraging our dwarf? Maybe it'll revitalize him." Trying to get him to sing a song of curing or whatever it's called.
Yeah, and you notice the other dwarves, one of them has a staff, and they give you this look of, they kind of shake their finger as in, no interfering.
That's cheating.
I
Ma-
just take a ticket.
In my head, I'm like, yeah, cheating. Cheating's good.
I'm surprised you don't have pixie dust all over your hands.
Can I do a perception check just to kind of get an idea if this is like a fight to the death or if this is just a matter of honor?
You could try to roll insight on
Okay.
the barbarian.
Insight.
Can we all roll that? Oh, never mind. He got it.
It's a good roll, but he's crazed enough. You're not sure. I mean, you're not getting. He looks like he's really hitting him. He's not pulling punches. He's not playing around. He's really hitting him.
So, I will. So I'm kind of standing at the door. I'm gonna just kind of slowly make my way to the edge of whatever the fight circle is, and I'm gonna let them go, and I'm gonna attempt to block anybody going in to interfere. But if Greybeard goes down, then I'm gonna jump in. If the other guy keeps attacking.
Okay. Greybeard, you're up. Nice.
And how about one of these?
Yep. That's a hit. Ooh, good one.
And with that, that's like he's like bam, bam, jackhammering like with the same fist. And then the last one is like a good kick to the Jimmy. Oh, and I miss it, son of a.
He's gonna reach down and grab your leg, and then try to kick you in the knee again, the other knee that's holding you up. So here we go. Let's switch back. There we go. Yep. So you feel a boot crack into your knee for 5 as he grabs your leg, and then he kind of lets the leg go, and as he kind of throws your leg down, it makes you off balance just a little bit, and he's going to try to haymaker you for 5. And then his bonus action, he's going to try to throw an elbow to the side of your... he's going to try to hit you in the ear. There you go, for 7. And at this point now, you actually have a pretty big black eye. You've got probably a little bit of blood coming down from various scrapes, but he's still going.
I'm realizing I'm like one more round out. I think I'm gonna try to knock him down.
Okay.
Use that inspiration.
I already have it. I have advantage on athletics checks when I'm raged. So.
All right, so you're just doing a shove?
Yeah, and then he does an opposed with either athletics or acrobatics.
All right, he will do athletics. He also has advantage.
Oh, and a crit.
Wow.
Oh my god.
He is able to, as you try to do the shove, he kind of does the Matador Bull and smacks you on the back of the head with no damage to you, but smacks you on the back of the head and then kind of growls in his maniacal voice, "You better go back to school."
All right. I whip back around and I'm thinking, no, if I had an axe. I don't say that, but I'm thinking it. And I guess we come back at him. You do kind of a boxer thing and move in, and then start throwing punches.
Okay. Well, if you used an action to do the shove, does that take up?
Oh, yeah. So that would be my first. This would actually be my second.
Okay. Yep. And so, yep, crit hit.
And then the third jab here.
So that was an 11, right? Got it. All right. He now has a blackened eye at this point.
If I wasn't raged, I would be smart enough to think, "Oh my God, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb." But that doesn't even enter my mind.
All right. So now he has a smile on his face, and he charges you, and he grapples you. And let me just check one thing. I got to figure out what the grappler feat gives him. There it is. So advantage on attack rolls against creature. Yep. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, he's going to attempt to grapple on you. So he gets to roll athletics.
Yep.
So 25, he's attempting to grapple you.
All right. I counter. I am raged, so I also have advantage. Oh, darn it.
All right, you are grappled. I think he can still hit you once, right?
Correct.
So here's a hit. And 5. That should be 7 damage. It's just not adding the 2 rage for some reason. All right, so you are now grappled. Your turn. He's got his big hands on you, and it's a vice grip on you. You can tell he is very strong.
Which I suddenly don't mind because I realize that it puts him down one attack, and so I just go ape, like total just feet, bite, kick, headbutt. $13 hit him?
No.
Oh, okay. It's just my fist skids off his head. I'm too close.
Yep, 25 will hit.
Woohoo! Did it roll the crit for damage?
Yeah, that's like the 2.
Yeah, it did. Good.
All right. He's now going to make another grapple check and pin you to the ground. Still holding on to you. And actually, he's going to maneuver behind you and start to try to choke you out as he's grappling you. So a 26.
All right. I will attempt to counter the grapple. Oh, no.
So you can feel his forearm, and I'm not even going to attack you. His forearm is closing on your windpipe, and if you're not able to break free, I'm going to have him just knock you out. But you get your full turn.
All right. I'm going to As far as I can tell, he's not ready to go down, even if I were to just totally rail him like 3 times good, right?
You get the impression he is a true pit fighter, and obviously one of the better ones you've never faced, and he still seems like he's going to be able to go.
All right. And we'll take this an attack at a time. I'm going to first try to break free. Dang. Okay.
Oh, and I think I roll a counter to it, right?
Yep.
Nope. You feel his arm tighten.
All right. And then I guess I'm just going to bam, bam, give him 2 square in the nose to remember me by.
Okay. Yep. Hit. Yep. 18's a hit. 4, 7. All right. And then having not broken the choke, your eyesight starts to fade, and he knocks you unconscious, and he kind of stands up. He just kind of rolls your body, stands up, and all those guys start collecting that money you guys had put out there. And he kind of looks to who's probably closest to him, Finn.
Well, Jarrel was going to jump in, but I'll definitely be standing right there.
He looks at Jarrel, and he has a crazed look in his eyes as if he's thinking about attacking him. And then he looks to you. He sees his rage kind of fade down, and his rage is now gone. And he says, when he wakes up, you tell him if he comes to Waterdeep fighting my pits, he'll get it again. And they kind of pack their stuff up, and they start heading back south.
I go over and I hit him with
Sorry, go ahead.
I go over and I hit Greybeard with a level 2 Cure Wounds.
Cure wounds of smelling salts.
Right.
You get him next time, Rocky?
Where's he? Son of a... Huh? Hey, Ian. He got me, eh?
Yeah, he got you, buddy. And I put out my hand to help you up.
And when you wake up, Greybeard, the name that he had given when he had first walked in was Golac Hardaxe. And when you heard, now that you are thinking about it, you beat a guy by the name of Hardaxe, but it wasn't him. But you had beat him in the pits at Waterdeep. So you've heard the Hardaxe name before.
Cool. I definitely... Greybeard usually doesn't try to remember names. He remembers this name.
All right.
Nice.
So anybody that bet against Greybeard gets their money?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, they wouldn't... No, they were only betting on their guy, so they took any bet that was against their guy.
Yeah, who bet against Greybeard?
You
I
did,
didn't.
Jarrel.
Yeah, nobody would have taken that bet. Those guys
Oh,
would have
all
just
right.
matched bets for their guy beating Greybeard.
Dang it. All right, well, then I didn't flip my gold in then.
All right. Well, I was hoping that was my filler for giving Ardreth some more time to get here, but it looks like it's not going to work. So that scene is done, and I think what we'll do is we'll retire to the end. There's only a couple more days left. I'll open it up to whatever you guys want to do. We're close to the end of our session anyways. So was there any last RP opportunity?
Yeah, so Charles is he's gonna at some point during the day just find Ian somewhere, whether it's on the street or in the tavern or anything. I'm just gonna approach her.
Okay, Ian, are you at a place where he can approach you?
Yeah. I'm not out today. I'm staying close by. So, I don't know. I'll probably be out near some farm, one of the more lush-looking farms, leaning like against one of the fences.
Okay. So Charles is gonna, I guess, continue wandering around the town, doing his mapping, and he's gonna spot Ian, and just kind of walk up to her, and you look deep in thought.
Well, there's a lot to think about.
Indeed, I've been doing some thinking myself lately about what we are doing. I know we've got a few new members to the group, and I'm not sure how comfortable I am with the new members steering the ship, as it were.
And where would you steer the ship?
I don't know.
Over up to you.
I don't know. I feel the ship is rudderless. We finished our mission. We've delivered the note to this town, and I don't know where we go next. We did the thing with the cave, and I just don't see where we go. I know the giant thing is happening, but I don't know if that is our fight.
I don't think we get to choose whether or not it's our fight at this point. At least not for me.
Perhaps. But we started out looking for. Well, why did you join this troop? Was it for money, adventure, both?
I go where the tales take me. You know, I'm off chasing tales, whispers of unrest in this world. And this seems to be a very good reason for why I'm out here. This seems to be what I need to be chasing.
Yes, I can see that. I feel a little compelled to do the same thing, but at the same time, I don't know what a group of 6 people could do against a horde of giants.
I think the same could be said about us when we fended off an orc army at Nightstone, or when we went in and took on another small army of goblins, some ogres, and even that god-forsaken black ooze, or your misadventures with the spiders.
Yes, those weren't. I don't believe those are on the same scale as giants. I've had dealings myself, and I'll be honest. The story that Finn told last night brought back some memories. It's been difficult this past week, 2 weeks, coming back from the monastery, opening my eyes to some things from my past, and I'm not sure of what my direction is. Perhaps Finn has helped me form that, but I don't know. I just find that I don't know what we're doing. We have no information. If we are to go after the giants, I mean, it's just we're going in a direction with unknowns in front of us. We don't have anything concrete.
What did you do before this before you joined this group?
Me, I was, I guess you could say, a scholar, an archaeologist, I guess, treasure hunter. But I also tried to do research on, I guess, on the creatures that slaughtered my family, which would include giants, but more the giants from underground and from the sea, not the ones that float above us.
So you've never gone up against a greater foe. Your foes were in books and in artifacts.
Well, they also killed my parents.
Yes, but you did not go and gather information. That is not your job and has not been your job. It was Finn's job. It is my job. One does not just go into the viper's nest and hope to come out alive. One observes the viper's nest. It learns what they're doing, what the dangers are, and then they prepare to take on the viper's nest. We will not just walk in and say hello to a group of giants that will surely slaughter us one by one. We go, we learn, we seek more knowledge, and then we attempt to take them on. We as a group may not be strong enough, but with others, we could be.
This is sound reasoning. I do not. I don't like to jump into things like our dwarf friend. So I agree with you. Our methods, I think our two methods are something that I can accept. I have misgiving.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do not do not be too hard on our dwarf. Our dwarf is young, as are you, as are most people in this group, and haven't had much time to learn the folly of their ways. He will learn. He has learned. He has gone up against fights that he has not come out favorably, as we saw last night.
Oh, I do not question his loyalty. I do question his honesty.
Well, one shouldn't take so much importance in words. Actions are much more important, especially in a battle.
Words are powerful too.
I'm sure the sorcerers would agree, but I put more stock on actions.
So Jarrel nods, understanding her position, not necessarily agreeing with her, but just understanding where she's coming from. I have been thinking what my role is here, and whether or not I should part ways or continue. I think the story that Finn has told, and just talking to you, I think I will remain. I do believe that there is a threat, whether it is for us or not. It is hard to tell, but I've been with you and with the dwarf for a while now, and I believe that you will need all the help that you can get, and perhaps it will also bring me some answers that I have not been able to get before about this foe.
There is no shame in walking away from a fight you do not think you can win. But I appreciate.
Do
you
not
sticking-
mistake me. I feel no shame if I walk away.
I do appreciate you staying with us. I do agree that your role seemed a little blowing with the wind as of now. I think it is. We are in a moment of peace before we go into the belly of the beast. For you to decide what role you play when we are fighting. You seem to be wanting to be a ranger when I think you may be a bit more impactful. Up like the dwarf or the blade singer.
Excuse me. I'll be clumped. So yeah, Charles, he'll nod. He's not a man of many words. So he'll just nod, and thank you for this chat. Enjoy your day, taking in the scenery.
I just give you a sort of like nod up of acknowledgement, and I continue looking forward like I have in this pretty much entire conversation.
Okay. Charles, go ahead back toward the. Just continue about the town.
All right. Good job, guys. So, yeah, I think everybody's pretty much earned their inspiration for tonight. So everybody can have inspiration marked on your sheets, which is good. I think Ardreth missed a good RP session. He's going to be upset, but I'm sure he had work pulled him away. So there's a couple of days that's going to go by. Darathra sends scouts out at Finn's request and with Finn's information. The only thing you're really hearing over the couple of days is about the orc attacks in the southeast. But the 12 have ridden out and they are down there dealing with that, and they're not seeming to have too many problems. They're just hunting down the last of the remnants through the hills to the south. I think it's the southwest or southeast. Let's get set up for our session for next week. So when we pop up next week, again, just like we started our session tonight, we start with the crashing of buildings, giant rocks and boulders flying in from the north side of town, fire erupting around. And a treat for our players is that not only are they going to be playing their characters next week, but they're also going to be playing an NPC of the town. So I thought what we could do real quick is just go through them before we end our session out. So I handed out the different NPCs to our players last week. So Darethra Shrindro was handed out. Who has Darethra?
Oh, Greybeard does.
All right, Greybeard. So when this happens, Darathra is in her tower. All right, so that's where you're going to be starting with her. And just so our audience kind of gets an idea, although I know you can't see it on the screen, I'll read it off. But Darathra is the Lord Protector of Tribor, and she's sworn an oath to defend the town. She takes her duty very seriously. In addition to her gear, she has an unarmored warhorse. And her ideal is good people should be given every chance to prosper, free of tyranny. Her bond, I'll lay down my life to protect Tribor and its citizens. And her flaw, I refuse to back down. Push me and I'll push back. So hopefully Greybeard's going to be able to role play our Lord Protector next week, Darathra Shrindro.
To the death.
And then we have who got Dars Helgar.
I got good old Dars.
All right, so Dars is has been here for a little bit. He's the campground caretaker. So he's starting just a little bit north of what's called the North Campground. You can see him there when the attack happens. Typically what he does is he goes around daily and cleans up the different from all the caravans that stop overnight. They pitch camp and then they head out in the morning to continue their trip either south or north or east or west, wherever they happen to be going. And he just he makes sure the place is clean, picks up the trash, and he has a little house there right to the side of it. His ideal is you can run from your past, but you can't hide from it. His bond is, I've made a new life in Tribor. I'm not going to run away this time. And his flaw is, I have no regrets. I do whatever it takes to survive. We played,
Nothing suspicious there.
No, nothing at all. So he has a shady past, but we don't know what it is. Who got Narth Tezrin?
Must be.
Jarrel got the Narth.
Okay, Jarrel got Narth. So Narth Tezrin is one of the owners of the Lion Shield Coster. They sell gear to adventurers. His ideal is, and all of these people are human thus far. His ideal, the bigger the risk, the greater the reward. His bond, I adore my colleague Alestra, who is the other owner of the Lion Shield Coster, and I'd like to do something to impress her. And his flaw is, I'll risk my life and limb to become a legend. So hopefully Jarrel will find some cool RP ways to play our Narth.
I think he might be Italian.
Could be. Urgula Meltimar. Who got Urgula Meltimar?
Well, Kappa did, sweetie.
Nice. So Urgula is a retired adventurer. Urgula owns a respectable inn, the North Shield House. She likes to protect her neighbors, and she has no tolerance for monsters or bullies. Her ideal is, we live in a violent world, and sometimes violence is necessary for survival. Her bond is, my home is my life. Threaten it, and I'll hurt you. And her flaw, I know how treacherous and greedy adventurers can be. I don't trust them, any of them. So Coffee should have fun playing Urgula. Othavir.
That's all I got.
That's who you got? Yep. Othavir is a harness maker, a gifted harness maker. Doesn't talk about his family or where he comes from. Cares about his business, his clients, and his good name. His ideal is find what you do well and do it to the best of your ability. His bond is, I won't allow my name to be tarnished. And a flaw, I get angry when others pry into my private life.
It's cool because I need a new custom harness made for my mount.
And then Ardreth, who I believe will get the last one, is Gelron Foehammer, the town's renowned blacksmith. Gelron is a good-hearted dwarf, hates orcs and giants, hates them with a fiery passion, considers it his solemn duty of all dwarves to cave in their skulls. His ideal is, it is incumbent upon every dwarf to forge a legacy. His bond is, I stand for Clan Foehammer and all dwarven kind. And his flaw, I never run from a fight, especially if it involves killing orcs and giants. So we have lots of characters.
From Greybeard.
I guess we'll see how Ardreth plays him. Might be similar, might be different.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Greybeard was playing him.
No.
Okay.
So we'll set up there. And all of those players are in their places when the attack happens. But we need to figure out where you guys are when this attack happens. It's midday noon.
Are we actually getting stats for these guys?
Yeah, you have their character sheets.
Do we? I thought we just had descriptions.
Just got a description. I don't have a sheet.
Yeah.
I think we're just RPing them, right?
You can't click over to their sheets?
I just have the bio and info.
Yeah, just bio info.
Oh, well, let's see, where are they at?
Because I'm guessing this harness maker's a wuss. I can't imagine him fighting.
Hey. This is Dungeons and Dragons. He could be like a 12th level wizard who is retired.
He could be. He does have kind of a shifty look in his eyes.
No, that's the original AD&D. These days they're commoners with 6 hit points.
Oh, it can be controlled. Let's see if this works then. What about now, Finn?
There we go.
Okay, let me switch them over. So you got that one, Darithra.
Oh, we're supposed to move them. Oh, okay.
Who got Darithra? Oh, Greybeard got it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's running.
Hmm.
And then Dars, Ian. Narth.
Or
Oh. Oh, who got Narth?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, Colonel.
Yeah, me.
All right.
Ooh.
Coffee got Urgula. Somebody got a spellcaster.
Althavir's got a couple of spells.
All right. Does everybody see theirs now?
I do.
So you will be playing that character for the duration of the giant battle. And then once that battle concludes, I take those characters back.
Yeah.
He's got Firebolt. That's gonna be fantastic against fire giants.
Yeah.
Urgula could mess some people up.
All right,
Yeah.
so we need to place ourselves where we're going to be. Come attack.
Yeah, so it's midday.
Yes.
We need to figure out where you guys happen to be at that moment. My guess is somewhere near Tribor Arms if you're not eating when it happens. Or if you have a good reason to be somewhere else.
I'm going to be up talking to the dwarf about a suit of armor. Haggling.
Okay, so you can put yourself up with Galron.
Who sells the potions?
Potions.
I think that was the lion's share.
Probably, yeah, the lion's share would have some.
All right. I am going to try and haggle one more out of 30 gold. Which I know is a stretch. But I figure I've been around the town. They know me by now.
So you're going to try a persuasion roll?
Yeah,
And you're trying to get it for how much?
30.
Instead of...
Instead of whatever the normal is. What is it,
Oh.
50?
Let me look it up.
I think it is 50. I just
So-
closed out.
We got to impress him so that he can impress his co-owner.
Ye-
Colleague.
Yeah, they
Colleague.
both... Yeah, they're friends that own that shop. Potion shop. So did you
There's
roll
an
a persuasion?
apothecary.
You know what? I'm going to wait. Oh, there's an apothecary?
Yes, there is. But mostly sells herbs and things to the townsfolk and something she calls sparkling water.
I hate Perrier. I'm going to wait. I mean, he's already got one. And he doesn't really want to spend any more money, but maybe a little meta, but he might try it after the attack starts.
Okay. So the rest of you eating at the Tribor Inn for your lunch?
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Ardreth's probably there with us also.
Like, are we?
Yeah.
Are we? So we've kind of got an idea that we were gonna go. I get what was it, northeast or northwest or something for the giants.
Yeah.
We've heard
Well, we're
rumors of
saying-
giants. We're waiting for the scouts to come back.
Oh, okay. So we're just kind of hanging around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd be at the.
Greybeard, you'd be full health at that point. You've had a couple days to rest.
Thank you. Exhaustion gone. Yay.
All right, so I think we're set. Hopefully Ardreth is with us next week so we can get this big battle underway. I would say definitely don't miss it because there's a lot. Actually, for those of you that are watching, the players haven't seen any of this yet, but I will show you on the screen. You can kind of see the battle they're about to get into, as you can see here. So it should be fun. This should be a good action-packed session.
You did give us the 2 handouts, so, right? Attack on Tribor, Orc attack on Tribor.
Yeah, those pictures.
The pictures, I believe, yeah.
Okay. Or are you posting something else?
So everybody watching the stream, send us screenshots.
Yeah, don't do
Yeah, let
that.
us know what's happening.
So, all right, I think we'll call it for tonight. We usually go for about 3 hours, and then we call it. So that's our session tonight. It was a lot of RP, but a lot of good stuff. Hopefully all our fans are really into that. If you're really into the action, don't miss next week. And I'm sure there'll be even some good RP moments with the players playing 2 different characters and really trying to play those up. So that should be fun. Anybody else have anything else they'd like to add before we shut this thing down?
I did put all your guys' YouTube channels and my website in the chat, so they're good.
Oh, and I have we have some things in the works as far as write-ups for sessions. Right now we're just working on where that's going to be, where a public place where that can be seen. It's still a little ways off, but once we have those complete, we should have a link for you guys to check those out. So if you just want to read up on how the sessions have gone, or even some other additional information that gets put out, we'll put it up on that website once it's done, but it's not quite there yet. And you can always rewatch the videos on Twitch for the VODs, or you can go ahead and check out the YouTube channels, either SirLucien's for the GM's perspective or MC Kernel's for the player's perspective. So, all right, we will see all of you next week, Monday, for another rousing session with our group. Thanks for joining, and have an awesome night.